Oh God, I can't breathe in that freaking thing.
It's Joe.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for listening to and watching Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. And let me just fix my background here real quick. All right, there we go. Is my mic sounding okay? Do we sound good?
Yes, you sound wonderful. How do I sound?
You sound great. I can hear you clearly.
Wonderful.
I can hear myself repeating though.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay, that might be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear myself at all now. Awesome.
Wonderful.
Makes it easier for me because it was kind of tripping me out. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I know how that can feel.
So I'll just redo the intro a little bit. Thank you for listening to and watching the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. Today we have extremely special guest, Katrina Rivera. She was Celeste O'Connor's stunt double in Scream 7, but she's been in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and so many other amazing projects. So we're going to talk about that today. And I have a first question for you, which is what drove you to become an actor slash stunt person?
Yeah, man, I've always been drawn to physical storytelling and expressions through emotion, through movement. My background is gymnastics, competitive cheer. I've done dancing and have been a part of theater and all types of physical movements. So, as an adult, I wanted to continue to expound upon that. And as I found my way into acting, I was like, how can I add a tool to my tool belt? Continue to bring value as an actor, um, and value to set. And I came across stunts, and I was like, this is actually perfect. I can keep all the physical activities that I love to do as an adult and find a way to get paid for it. So I was like, yeah, stunts is right up my alley, and that's just kind of how it really started to kind of blossom from there.
I love that. And what would you say is some advice that you'd give to people trying to break onto the scene of doing stunt work and acting and all that?
It takes a level of dedication. It doesn't happen fast either. So you have to continuously train and have patience. And if it's something that you truly love to do and it speaks to you, then you just have to follow that and just have the patience and continue to work through it.
That's a fantastic answer. I love that. Funnily enough, the surprise that I did here was a little bit impromptu. We were gonna have Brian Neal come in to say hi, to do like a double Scream 7 interview, but he had like an unfortunate thing he had to go and do
Oh
today.
no.
He said he had to go to a funeral, so
Oh,
that's yeah. Rest in peace to whoever passed, but also thank
so
you,
sorry to hear.
Brian,
Yeah.
for sending love and support for this one. We're gonna have him back on too at some point. So I just wanted to shout him out real quick because that
Yeah,
was
definitely
really
got to give
nice.
Brian a shout out. He's
He's
a
awesome.
fantastic human being.
Huge Scream fan too. We had a great
Yeah.
conversation. It felt less like an interview, more like a conversation between
Yes,
fans.
yes, absolutely.
It was fun. So how did you get cast in Scream 7 as Celeste O'Connor's stunt double?
Yeah, it was really like preparation meets opportunity, really. I had been networking and training, and the opportunity just really came about. Your name eventually gets to the right people at the right time, and I got reached out to by the stunt coordinator. So big shout out to Jennifer Badger. She is absolutely one of the best in the industry and an OG vet, very long time in the game. But she's been fantastic, and she reached out to me. I had worked with her before, trained a little bit, and um, and yeah, she gave me a call and I was available. Said I'd
I
love to
love
do
that.
it. I was actually a part of the previs. So we had started filming, thinking like December of 2024. And we were part of the previs. And even sometimes when you do the previs, sometimes the director still has the final say. And so there was even a little instance where I wasn't even sure if I was going to be a part of it because the previs kind of gives an example of what we want to like show and present. It'll eventually go for approval. And the director ultimately wanted somebody that was a closer double. She was a little bit taller than me. So that actually happened. They ended up finding a closer double, but the way scheduling worked out sometimes, and this is the way the crazy industry works, um, there was a weather issue and some dates had changed, and the other stunt double became unavailable. And then I was able to get brought in
That's awesome.
as a good second choice. And I only share this story really candidly because you never know how things over your head, out of your control, can happen and still put you in position.
Yeah. That's
So
why
you
don't
just
don't just get upset and shut it down if it's a no, right? It's not always just a
absolutely
no.
not. Delay is not denial.
Yep. I love that. That's great. I didn't even know that. That's really cool. I know Brian did previous too, and he ended up in the film as well. So I love that they picked the both of you guys to do that. That's really, really cool. Yeah, and Williamson, he's a legend. So the creator of Scream directing, that's really cool, man. Like that's the one to work on if you're gonna work on any of them. So um
One for the books for sure.
where exactly in the movie is your stunt work? Is it
Yeah.
during the bar scene, right?
Actually, it's during the kitchen scene when they're
Yeah.
in the back in the kitchen, and he's kind of he drives her back into um, just one of the edges, and then all of a sudden they're kind of fighting through the kitchen where the grill is, and where she's like making pizza. She's making
Yeah.
pizza back
The
there.
burnt pizza, yeah.
Yeah, the burnt pizza, and so all of that was just a little prelude and a precursor to what was about to happen throughout that whole entire area.
So I bought it day one, obviously, and this is like my fourth watch of the film. Now I do not think this is a continuity error. The way that whole scene is shot makes it so there's another ghost face. There's four, not three. It's in there because there's no way that bar became unlocked unless there was one other one because the other ghost face was chasing Tatum through the town. Oh, I know. No, I know. I didn't pick up on that at first. I was like, wait, hold on. I was really trying to break down this scene. I'm like, this is not a continuity error. This is on purpose. I love that. That's great. So,
Pay attention to the clues.
yeah, exactly. It's all in there, 100%. Don't second guess it. Now, my other question, my next question for you actually goes into the Marvel casting. To talk about some of your other work. How did you get cast in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever?
That was another preparation meets opportunity. The way that this industry works, you have to build trust and you just have to be consistent. And so when the opportunity came about for Wakanda Forever, um, and a need, obviously, right? I'm a little more on the Hispanic side, so I was part of Namor's tribe when they're running in the water, they turn into the blue people. There isn't so much in the first. So um you just have to find yourself at that corner preparation opportunity and need.
It's a great job to have too. I mean, hell, that's a good thing to be a part of. Marvel's huge, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
this is our second Marvel interview. We had Alessandra Williams, who was an Agent Carter for an episode. She's the one that just got the rights back to Dogma for Kevin Smith. So we had a really cool interview about that. Yeah, as you know, Jay and Silent Bob follow us and have been stalking the stories about this interview, so that's cool. But so is the official
Awesome.
Scream account, so they're okay with this happening. I'm glad that
Right.
Paramount wants me to plug Scream 7. So buy Scream 7 now, everybody.
Check it
Um,
out.
that's such a cool story. I love that. The fact that like it's just the industry it can be cutthroat, but it can also be an open door. It depends on how you approach it, right?
Yeah,
So a lot of people they approach it with fear, and I don't think like that's the right mindset. You just got to find the right circles. That's what I say.
absolutely. You have to find your tribe.
Absolutely. And to lead into my next question, that's perfect. Who would you say are the role models that inspired you to pursue your career in the way that you do?
That is such a great question, and I love this question because I'm such like a mixed grab bag. So, I was really that nerdy kid in school. I was very much a late bloomer in life. So I kind of
Same.
watched, a bit of anime, but also liked dystopian, witchcraft, that kind of storytelling. There's just something different about acting when it comes to supernatural. So some of my favorite shows were like Charmed.
Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan, absolutely.
A lot of love to her character in Scream 7, by the way.
Oh,
And I
you
love
know what I
that.
mean? Like, it all ties together. It
It
becomes full
does. Full
circle for
circle.
me.
Hmm.
Absolutely full
Yeah,
circle.
I'm experiencing that too. So that's really cool that we're both having that at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Some
Scream
of
8
those.
writers were the ones that wrote the revival that just got canceled. So I'm glad they got another opportunity too. That's great.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they
Say,
just
hey, the
announced the
more you
Scream
know.
8 writers. They were the revival writers. So that's another
Okay.
tie-in. And then Sarah was in Scream 2.
And so what's so amazing about that is Jennifer Badger, which another full circle moment for me. Jennifer Badger was also my first stunt hustle ever when I first got into the industry. And then to know that she has like had a hand in Charmed and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like shows that I grew up on, and to be a part of this show, is just so true to form for me because those are the shows that completely inspired me. And
Right.
I'm also a fan of Aaliyah, and she made this movie called Queen of the Damned.
Oh yeah.
And
Her music was great too.
it was a one of a kind, truly kind of movie. And she was also in Romeo Must Die, which was really action packed too. So she was really someone that showed me that you can be beautiful, a tomboy, kick ass, and still have that balance of feminine. And so that's something I've always leaned into because I was always this rambunctious kid running around. I did gymnastics. So I was always jumping on people's furniture, like wanting to flip around, kind of like the boys do.
ADHD kid like me. I love it.
Absolutely. And just to the sci-fi note, also more so me just becoming older and thinking about my career and my trajectory and trying to find those niches. Sci-fi was one of them. So like Thandie Newton in Chronicles of Riddick was somebody who really stood out to me. Zoe Saldana, like she's queen and highest paid actress. What? Yes.
She's great in Guardians. Love her in Guardians, man.
Yes, Guardians,
Oh
Avatar. I
yeah.
mean,
So many
she
things.
has a track record also. Just very dynamic actresses. Jada Pinkett, Angela Bassett,
She's in Scream too.
Zendaya, Tessa Thompson. I mean, the women of color in these genres,
Love it.
um, they eat down.
Yes. And it's as
And
it
those are
should
my
be. And I love
inspirations.
that. And they're all very, very, very talented people. And I love that too. So those are great options for influence, I think.
Thank you.
And you shine it through. Like your work, it comes through because look, all these people that influenced you, and now you're working on these big projects yourself. And now you're part of it too, like you were saying, full circle. To come full circle with it, I just think that's a really cool thing.
Me too. Me too.
So to lead into another question, right? It's just like an opinion-based thing, but
Sure.
what, in your opinion, are some of the greatest films ever made? That's a
So
hard question. I know. I'm sorry.
it's such a hard question, but the best way that I can answer this are the ones that are just impactful and grounded. And that really speaks to everyone differently. And I know you're speaking to me specifically, but really it's just those just impactful and grounded movies that are just directed really well. That kind of make you get lost in the movie and make you feel like you're really there, like a fly on the wall. If I can get lost in that and not worry about the storytelling, like where I don't get so ahead of it, I'm just in the moment. It's living truthfully in those circumstances. And if I can rope you into that, then I feel like those are the best kind of
Yeah.
movies.
Sounds like you just described Scream.
Indeed. Because listen, even with the parts that I was in, I was still like, oh, wait, no. Ah!
It's also the most consistent horror franchise. I mean, what by number seven you usually suck. Like,
Listen,
no, we're not there yet.
by two, sometimes you suck.
Yeah, I know. But Scream 2
But
is really a really good commentary on that. So I mean,
no, yeah, no, no, honestly, I think all the way through four really is
yeah.
really.
Yeah, I'm not big on the last two before this most recent one. The first this is the I will be honest too. 7 feels the most like Scream since the first, really.
Well, we got the originals back,
That's what
so.
I'm saying. You got Kevin Williamson, and that does lead into my next question, right? Who would win in a directing competition? Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson or Radio Silence? That's a trick question.
Ooh, that is a trick question. Um, I will say Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven built the foundation.
Right. You can't compare. You can't compete. They created it.
And Radio Silence just kind of took it and evolved it a bit.
Yeah, and I like some of the things they did. It's
Yeah.
just some of the script writing wasn't my favorite.
Well, I think there was more of shock value when it comes
That
to
too.
Radio Silence. So I think they just got there quick and just hit the shock value more
Yeah,
so than the
that
storytelling. But
the
but
lore was broken too. I mean, five says four took place in 2011, but it really took place 10 years after three, which took place in 2000. So that bothers me. Shouldn't bother everybody, but it bothers me.
for the
Things
super
like that.
fans,
Like it's like okay, if you're gonna be fans making Scream and do all this for Wes, at least get the lore right. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
Seven does.
I can
Seven does a
understand that.
really good job of fixing it and kind of taking jabs at the last two for that. And I appreciate that. You know, it didn't do the Rise of Skywalker thing. It kind of bait and switched us with that, right? With the fan service thing. And then it ended up doing something original. And some people didn't like that. Okay, whatever. There's review bombers, but the movie is great. Everybody I've shown it to, everybody I've watched it with has loved it every step of the way.
Irrefutably.
So that's how I think of it. You know what I mean? I
But
liked
you
five and
can't please
six, but
everybody.
you can't please everybody. I just think seven's the most feeling like Scream. And Marco Beltrami being back, I mean, come on, you can't beat that. It feels like Scream again. So I love that, you know.
Absolutely.
Um, did you get to meet everybody on set, like all the main cast and everything?
No, not so much. We were kind of there for the days that we were shooting for. So I was only able to meet those that were there the day of.
Oh, so who'd you meet?
I got to meet Brian Neal's actor. I'm so sorry.
Mason Gooding.
Mason Gooding. And of course I got to meet Celeste O'Connor,
Oh yeah, she's
definitely.
sweet.
She was
Sh
absolutely fantastic.
she DM'd us a blue heart, by the way, just randomly. That was
Listen, we
really
got to get her
nice.
on this thing, and
That's what
then
I'm
maybe
saying. If
maybe
you
I
can,
can pop in on hers
please do,
and
because we
Brian
got Kyle
pop in.
Winters coming on the 19th who played Aaron.
Okay,
So we
yes.
already got a main cast interview. Just like let's happen. Let make it happen, Celeste.
Yes, keep bringing it in.
I really do think that's like my favorite scene in the movie too. Also the lighting, the way the lighting is. So like when Jasmine Savoy's character Mindy and Mason Gooding Chad are like going into the kitchen, how they're lit with blue and green lighting,
Great.
right? And then
Well, blue and red, but there's some
yeah,
green, of course, there's some effects that take in there.
right, but in
And
in the kitchen it's like red and purple though. Like
yes.
it's cool. I like the way that it juxtaposes with the art. I really like the lighting in Scream 7. It's very eerie too. The use of Ghostface is the best I think ever. Just that creepy in the background, strangers one shit. I love it.
Man, lighting really does tell a story. And you'd be surprised. You almost don't notice it until you miss it, until you see a movie that doesn't have good lighting.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
So the lighting definitely helps tell the story for sure.
Not gonna lie, the lighting in Scream 4 is pretty tough. It's pretty glossy looking, but that was on purpose. I think that was to commentate on the remake thing because all remakes
Mm,
kind of had that glossy look. So I think Wes did that on purpose.
right.
A lot of people don't like that though. I don't really care. I still love Scream 4. I think it's up there with the first like three. People try to say it's a separate thing. No, it goes along with it, and the motive is more relevant today than it was then. I mean, look at all the people that are sick that ended up killing people because they wanted fame. I mean, that was a really relevant thing that came true. Just like
Yeah.
with Scream 3's voice changer. Look at AI. I mean, in the assembly cut that was released, they show that Roman was leading. He was putting the voices into the voice changer on a computer. For some reason, that scene was deleted. I don't know why. Would have made it helped it make a
A
lot
little
more
bit more
sense.
believable.
That
Yeah.
right. I mean, there was also like a Wi-Fi fax machine that didn't exist at that time either. So the movie was pretty ahead of its time. I mean, it's aged well now, but at the time, some of those things were looked at as like goofs, I guess.
You're
I
like,
don't
what?
know.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
but
that.
I think Scream 4 is a better movie than 3. I think 3 is more of a commentary, and 4 brought the grit back, man. Ghostface is mean and scary in that one, and I like it. I
Yeah.
do. And the same with this one. I thought with all the preparation with what Kevin was saying, like it's gonna be the least meta one. It's not gonna be that bloody. No, it's honestly
Hey, it
probably
was
the
still
most.
pretty, it was still pretty gory to me. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. I mean,
Probably the most meta one too. So I mean,
really?
I'm okay with it. I love it. I love the movie. Like I'm really happy with it. I keep watching it too.
Yes, yes. It's a fun
Ghostface is
one.
scary again. Like I said, that in the opening. Oh my God, can we talk about the opening for a minute?
Oh
That
yeah.
opening is scary and mean and horrifying.
Let you know he doesn't really come to he's not coming to play. Not on this one.
No, no,
He's
and the
like,
fire.
I'm
Oh,
by
that.
any means necessary.
I liked the foreshadowing with referencing what happened to Amber in five, and then it ends up happening to her too. Like, oh, what a way to go out, right? Wouldn't want to go out
Yeah,
that way
yeah.
ever. Haha. Now, I wonder though, in the trivia phone, people are saying that's Roger too. Is that Roger just putting on an inflection? I can't tell.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I would. I would. I don't. I think it is. I really do. It does sound like him putting on a little inflection.
I'm gonna leave that up to the imagination.
That's a fair deal. I guess I can't get
Can't
that
tell all the
answer.
secrets.
So I know I'm throwing some improv questions in there. I'm sorry. I get
No, it's all
excited.
good. It's all good. I love
All right,
it.
fair deal. At least as long as you're comfortable with it. That's
I'm
that's how I.
game.
I'm not throwing you anything like anything bad, so that's good. It's mainly
Not
just
at all.
nerdy shit. All right. So what is some advice that you give to your younger self?
Oh man. You know, my younger self was pretty smart. She is a smart cookie. Um, but I guess, hindsight is always 2020. So I would just say trust the process. Continue to trust your guts. Trust the process. Keep your head in the game. She did all the right things. She's trained. I started off acting first. And there's a rule. Like if you're not acting, you should if you're not booking roles, you should be in acting classes. And I took that into stunts. If you're not booked for work, you need to be training. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. It's very much a quote I live by. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's what gets me through all my auditions.
I love that. That's really
Because we
good
know what's going to happen if you
motivation.
don't do it.
Yeah, nothing.
So exactly. So let's do it for the plot twist. What happens if I do?
Exactly. And then it's like, whoa,
And sometimes I trick myself into like getting motivated. It's just like, yeah, you got to shoot your shot.
and now you've been
Um,
in some major projects. So look, that pays off by putting that in. I mean, it's the same thing with this thing. We started it as a band 10 or 11 years ago. This month is the 10-year anniversary of the first album. I've turned it into a record label, a podcast, a whole
oh, come
umbrella
on.
business just from doing what I love and just sticking with it and keeping with
Yes.
it. It's the same thing. And this is for everybody listening and watching this. Like, dude, if you feel like you have something, do it. Don't just like
Do it.
sit around waiting on it because it's never going to happen if you do.
No, and you have to do it blind. Even if you don't feel like you have all the pieces, like it's never going to be done perfectly. Um,
We're
I,
human.
I,
We're not perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody has to start somewhere. Like some of the people I mentor now, I show them some of the things that I have for reference, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, your resume! I just can't." And I'm like, "No, just imagine what it was like for me when I started to design my resume, and I'm going to stunt listing sites and other stunt sites, and I'm looking at my peers and those that came before me, and I'm looking at their resume just so I can model my resume after." And I'm like, all of these coordinators, all this work that they've done, like there's a whole nother format for once you've reached like over 50 credits. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm starting with these two, three that I have right now. But you have to start somewhere. And now my credits are growing and I have over 40 credits to my name. So it's like you just have to start somewhere. Start blind. Even if one of my favorite quotes is, even if you can't see the top of the staircase, you still have to take those steps.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people, and this brings up a very good podcast topic. A lot of people don't know what it's like to be on the other side. They spend all this time, right, craving and wanting something, not understanding that, like, on the other side of it, you're still the person you were before, and there's
Yes.
still going to be some sort of feeling of less than from something if you allow it to be. Don't do that. Like train your brain to accept this as opportunity and keep going with it. And eventually you'll be exactly where that is. And then further, you know what I mean? Just keep going. That's how I think of it, at least.
I think a lot of thespians in our industry struggle with the crossover between an aspiring actor and I'm an actor. At some point, I was saying I was an aspiring stunt woman, aspiring stunt performer, aspiring stunt actor until you get to the point where you're like, no, I am a stunt actor. I
I
am a
agree.
stunt performer. And when you start to make those mental shifts, that's when they start to come to you in abundance.
Oh yeah, you gotta manifest it. You can't want it so badly so it doesn't happen, but you also can't not want it enough so then it's also not gonna happen. There has to be a
Right.
balance of energy put into it. And
Absolutely.
meditation helps a lot. I mean, 432 hertz music when you're trying to sleep, it'll really clear your brain so you're in that
Mm.
creative flow state the next day. So like
So glad you mentioned that.
yeah, a lot of positive things you can put into your mind. I mean, burning sage, burning incense, getting your room to a place where you feel like you can like zone out, you know what I mean? And just get there. And it helps a lot with creativity, with a mindset, mindfulness, and just even pushing forward. If you're feeling less than, it feels like you're at a roadblock. Practicing these things gets you out of that. Even going for a
Absolutely.
walk.
Imposter syndrome, roadblocks, all of that is definitely helpful. And I think it does take a level of confidence and audacity to be in our industry, to say that you're going to do these things. So it's like you kind of have to stand 10 toes on that. You know,
Absolutely.
we all know how it
Absolutely.
is around the holidays when you go home and your family members are like, so is there anything that I've seen you in? Or, how's that acting thing going? You're ready
And then
to
yeah, they're
get a
acting
real
like
job
it's
now?
yeah, like it's some
You
bullshit thing. Yeah, it's been the
and
same
it
way with
really
my music. I get it. Not until now is like my dad who's 77, love you dad. He's very proud of me now. It took a long time to get there with this thing because he thought it was a joke. 100%. Sorry to cut in.
No, 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 absolutely, please. Because these are some of the things that we struggle with externally. And, you know, nobody's gonna live your life but you
No.
at the end of the day. So it's like you have to be happy with the things that you are doing on a daily basis. And all of those things have to add up to the 10,000 hours to whatever it is that you're putting into so that you can be the best at it.
Yep. And once you cross that, you're a pro. I mean, I'm
Yeah, you're a
well
pro.
beyond
You're
my
you're you're there at
10,000.
that point, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And
So,
doing these live streams too, just interviewing people, talking to people, having a deep, profound conversation helps towards that for both
oh,
people,
definitely
both parties.
reinforces.
And then anybody who listens and watches too. That's why I like these things because they don't have to just be a conversation about movies, video games, TV. I like to have deep, intricate human conversations because people appreciate this. Someone's going to watch this and like it's going to talk them off the ledge. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's what I intend to do.
Yes, and you are doing that. This is wonderful, insightful information, and even for me, I love to motivate and inspire other women of color and little kids to. As cliche as it sounds, you can be anything you want to be. You just set your
Oh,
mind to
true.
it.
I say this corny joke all the time. I hate to be High School Musical about it, but we're all in
No,
this
but it's so
together. It
we're all
is.
right.
We're all
It's
in this
so
together. Why be so
true.
cutthroat? There's no reason to cut each other down. We can lift each other up.
I can honestly say that I have had the most utmost beautiful experience of human beings in this industry. And even as competitive as they say it is, and I know that there are people who have stories, but I have to give kudos and just give all grace and glory to God for just putting me into protecting me
Amen.
along this journey and this route and being put in the path of people who have just wanted to do nothing but support me.
That I've everybody I've worked with the industry so far, even with big projects for this podcast, has been real, mostly genuinely. I haven't had one weird person on here. You know what I mean? And so I'm starting to think that the section of Hollywood that is weird is a lot smaller than it's made out to be. You know what I think most of the industry are just hardworking, good people that want to enjoy
Absolutely.
themselves, work hard, and be
Yes.
away from weird shit. So that's kind of how I
Yes.
see it. That's, you know,
But I think there's also been a shift too, you
yeah,
know.
there has.
There's been a shift. There's been
Absolutely.
a lot of protections put in place and some safeguards, and
Hmm.
I'm so appreciative of that. Shout out to Intimacy Coordinating.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much to the union for creating those roles.
And they're
Um,
listening to people like me too. I brought actual Screamcast on here. Part of the reason why like there's been changes in even Scream is because Vanderbilt ain't working for them. He got bumped down to
mm,
producer and story by. There's a lot of weird shit around him. So it's like I made a
mm,
point like if we're gonna try to get away from the Harvey Weinstein type of people,
right.
let's move away from them. Not have
Let's do
people
it.
like him on. So they listened to me, and I'm glad because
Wow.
he's a bad writer too. He did Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and I love the visuals of those movies, but the writing is rough. And Ambulance by Michael Bay, I did not think the writing was all that good. So I just think we got to move as an industry, as an entire group of collective people, and I'm a survivor myself. We have to come together and just not have those types of people in upper echelon positions, and we can really start to fully clean it up because I see it happening. Like you said, there's been a shift and it's
Yeah,
continuing, and I love that. It's like,
I
yeah,
love it too.
listen to the real people that keep the industry afloat, not the people that are holding it down.
Right.
That's how I look
Absolutely.
at it.
Great outlook.
Yeah, of course. And to lead into that, what are some upcoming projects that you can talk about? Back to the script.
Oh, good. I'm really looking forward to just expounding and growing into more acting roles, more camera facing, more camera facing roles. It has been a long journey. I moved to Atlanta in 2011. I took my first headshots in 2013. Did my first independent project and became SAG eligible off my first independent by 2015.
Right
Um,
on.
and and for those in the industry, y'all know what I'm talking about because it's that vicious cycle of trying to figure out, oh, in order to be SAG, you got to be on a SAG project, but in order to be on a SAG project, you got to be SAG. In order to be SAG, you got to be on a SAG project, and
It's
it's just like,
hard.
how do you
It's
how do you
hard,
break
yeah.
in? And just a little tidbit for maybe those who are newer in the industry. It's so important to get with your colleagues and other actors in your community and really create your own and submit to film festivals and submit for your project to be SAG signatory so you all can just write your own ticket.
Hmm.
Because that's how it happened and laid out for me.
And have a lot of
Um,
friends who are SAG members too. That helps.
yes,
No, it really
yes.
does. We have friends who are SAG members. It's very helpful.
Indeed, indeed. So with that being said, some projects that I have coming up, I have a couple projects that are in film festivals. I've been a part of I still love supporting my student projects. These are so cool. But I also have Crimson Mirage. It's a vertical short as this industry is also evolving and ever changing. Now we have this thing called vertical shorts that has came into the playing field. So you know, as things constantly change, you just have to roll with the punches and go with them, you know. Um,
That's life, isn't it?
that is so life, and nothing is truer than the industry. The show must go on,
Amen.
and it does. The show goes on. I mean, vertical shorts were birthed through COVID because everybody was on their phones and
I
nobody could
know.
really,
Now they're making
produce.
10-second movies and stuff. It's
Yeah,
really cool. Yeah.
everything is just kind of broken down into just shorter time frames to fit, I guess, what is of the newer generation, the shorter attention
I don't
spans.
know. Scream 7's
I
still
don't
2 hours, and I sat there through it multiple times.
listen. The people who can hold their attention for longer time still exist. So we're able to watch these movies like the good old days. But it's interesting what's happening. I just find it interesting these vertical shorts. So
It's
the
creative too.
American Film Festival at the ABFF, American Black Film Festival, they just created a vertical short category. So
Oh
we're already
wow.
starting to see the impact that it's really having in film festivals and how seriously that it's starting to be taken. So don't
I
sleep on the
love
vertical
that. That's
shorts. It's
great.
everything is just an exercise to do what you want to do and do it better. So whether it's a vertical short, a union project, a non-union project, a student film, be a part of it all because they're all
Absolutely.
learning experiences to make you a better actor.
And it is working with the team. Nobody's like fully doing it in a selfish way. Everybody's in it as a team working together. And it's a whole thing, you know what I mean? And I love that. That's how it should be on any project. You know what I mean? It's not a selfish effort, you know? That's how
You
I look
couldn't
at it.
have hit the nail on the head more precisely because on the outside it looks like it's glitz and glam. You think about, oh, they get to sit in their trailer all day and be pampered because somebody comes around, hair, makeup, wardrobe to make sure that you're all straight, last looks or whatever. But it's not always that. None of these people are in a position where it's bougie. It's not cushy. It's not a cushy job. The lighting people, the grip people, the camera people who barely have enough time to even use the bathroom
It's hard work too. Heavy
for
lifting.
hours on end. These are 12-hour days, and that's at minimum.
And you
At
think they're
minimum, 12
sleeping every
hours.
night? They're not sleeping every night. You think they're
Absolutely
getting,
not.
come on.
It's more like sleep, wake up, and you're right back on set. Like
3 hour nap maybe
sh-
from all the stress. It takes a long time to try to relax after a day like that, man.
after a week,
You almost
and
need
weeks turn
sleeping
into
pills.
months.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
these are not cushy jobs. So
And
for
that's what I
everybody to
mean by
come together to even
cutthroat.
support, yeah, to support the actors because the actors are really the only people who really get the notoriety.
And everybody in the crew deserves the notoriety. And I was happy to see
Everybody.
you and Brian's names in the credits too. Like they're clearly there. And it's like it's not like all the way at the end either. And I love
No,
that.
no.
It's great.
No, it's great. And that's part of the reason why it's so important even for me as I move through this industry to absolutely treat everybody with kindness. And I can't stress that enough. I mean,
That
down to crafty, down to
even if someone's
catering.
rude, kill them with kindness.
You
It's the way to
kids,
be.
oh my God, you're preaching to the
The
choir.
best
I kill
fuck
them with
you you
kindness
can give is I
anyway.
love you.
Yes, I kill people with kindness because, we're all here. Everybody's frustrated. Everybody has a life, you know,
Yeah.
and everybody's putting their all into this project, of which they will probably, the only thing that they get is the name at the end of the credits.
That's true. I mean, and like, but at the end of the day, that name at the end of the credits will get them more jobs. So
No,
it's like a
absolutely. Yeah. It's
springboard
just the
too.
work. It's a springboard for sure.
Yeah.
It's not for naught, but it is hard work. And sometimes it is thankless.
It's like the only industry in the workforce where you can springboard to other work and it not be illegal. Because if you try to do that at any other job, they're like, no, no,
Yeah, it's like
no, you
a
can't.
competition
Yeah,
clause, and you can't go.
yeah,
And it's like, no, the people, you can PA and jump into any fields, greens,
yeah.
hair, makeup, wardrobe,
J.K. Simmons,
construction.
he played J. Jonah Jameson and James Gordon.
Oh,
DC
really?
and Marvel, yeah. In the
Okay.
Robert Pattinson Batman, they had him. Wait, no,
Oh,
not Gordon. No, sorry, not in the Robert Pattinson Batman. In the Justice League movie, James Gordon was played by J. Jonah Jameson's actor, J.K.
okay.
Simmons. I just think that's hilarious that they can do that. There's no clause between
And
Marvel and
DC.
DC now
Hmm.
where they can work on this projects from each. I think that's really cool. That's how it should be.
Collaboration is key.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're at the end of the day, they're comic book companies. I mean, there are crossover comics between Marvel and
Right.
DC anyway. So I mean, there's Deadpool and Deathstroke comics where they make jokes about Deadpool being a ripoff of Slade. So I think that's pretty cool too, because he was Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson. Come on, Marvel did that on purpose. They knew what they
Come
were
on
doing.
now.
I love it.
You buy one,
Um,
you buy the other.
yeah, yeah, I know. It's so great. But I think this podcast specifically here, like I said, it became more than just a movie interview, and I like that. It's been a deep, intricate conversation about artists getting by, especially in
Yes.
a time like right now with the economy and everything that's going on in the world. With Mr. Orange piece of shit. Sorry. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah. So with all that going on, a podcast and a conversation like this is super fucking important, and I
Absolutely
think
important.
I'm
There's
super
still
grateful.
so many people that are out here still chasing their dreams, and as daunting as the rest of the world seems, just let that be even more reason to focus and lock in on what you want to do
Okay,
because you only have one life to live.
that's it. YOLO.
You're gonna live it, or it's gonna live you.
I hate to say it, but YOLO, man. You only live once.
Absolutely.
You know, before I ask the final question, I got a rapid fire round. This is more for fun, so I'm just
All
gonna
right.
throw them at you and see how quickly you can get into the wall. You ready? All right. Favorite song?
Ooh, favorite song. Okay, that really depends on what's happening, but anything that gets me like zoned in the energy
Throw
and
me one.
oh, one. I can't give
Just
you
the
one.
first thought.
Listen, honestly, T.I.'s new song. I've been
All right. Shout out
T.I.'s new
Ti.
song. I forgot the name of it, but hey, that one goes hard for sure.
I love that. I'm meeting Afro Man next Thursday, so even Afro Man's
Listen,
new
Afro Man,
album.
because I got high, because I
Yeah,
got high,
yeah.
because I got
And he
high.
just won
And
the
listen, he
lawsuit
had some
too.
songs back in the day. Palmdale, come back to me. And listen, Afro Man is pretty cool, so
I
that's
love
very
funny
interesting.
stoner rap. It's so fun. And Jay and Silent Bob were in the video, so like it's
I
full
love
circle.
Afro Man.
Because my friend's band, they're opening for Afro Man, and
What?
yeah, in
How cool
Daytona.
is that?
Yeah, I think Afro Man's from around here or something because he
Oh
plays around
man,
here a
hey, I'm from
lot.
Florida, so hey,
Yeah,
shout
right.
out
That's what. Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Shout out. Yeah, same area. But no, I'm excited to meet him. I'm gonna have some fun. So it's gonna
Oh,
be a good time.
please do.
Yeah. For the people in the area that want to go, world's most famous brewery next Thursday, Afro Man, Holy Human. Come see it. All right. So my second rapid fire question is, what's your favorite food?
Ooh, I love Mediterranean and Middle Eastern food.
Ooh. Okay. Got a
Hands down.
favorite dish?
Hands down. Yeah, chicken biryani.
Sounds good. I gotta
That's
try
really
it.
good. You
Oh,
know, but anything with their lamb, their kebabs, shawarma is really good. I love their shawarma.
damn it! You made me hungry.
Yes, it's so good. I love it.
I love falafel, so I'm like really big on like I'm big on Mediterranean food
Yeah,
as it
I love
is.
lentil
So,
soup, the
oh
Greek
yeah,
salad.
oh yeah.
Oh, it's good.
But I can only have a gyro if it's made right. If that lamb isn't made right, it don't taste
That's what
right.
I'm saying. It's got to be on that spick, like
It's gonna fall apart. It can't taste off. It's
mm-mm,
gonna taste just right and be cooked just right.
mm-mm.
Otherwise, I ain't eating it.
I'm with you.
All right, I'll make it easier now. What's your favorite Scream kill? You got
Oh, favorite
seven
screen
movies to
kill.
pick from.
Oh, you know, you can't get any better than the original.
Oh, the very first, the opening scene.
Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
The
probably my favorite
classic
too.
Drew
Still
Barrymore.
scary.
Come
Still
on.
scary. That
And you know,
entire
and
scene.
like it's like they started the trend of like having a big name and killing her off early. Like that was like
Yeah.
unheard of.
Have her on the poster, make people think she's main cast, and boom,
Right.
no,
And right
bait and
off rip.
switch. And then it made Nev Campbell a household name. So I mean, and look how full circle that's come.
Right.
She's
So
great. She's great in Seven. And I really like Isabel May. She did a great job as Tatum. I can't wait to see more.
yes.
Seriously.
She did.
I'm very happy with the film. I even like the reveal. I get it. It's something different. Cool.
Yeah.
Commentary on parasocial relationships. And the door is open to actually bring Stu back. So it's not like that's fully closed either.
Like
I
how
mean,
crazy is that?
are we really supposed to believe
Just
Marco? Come on. I don't believe a word Marco says. He already lied once. Come on. So yeah, and plus the first call and the third call, those backgrounds are real. And like I said, the bar scene, there's no other way there wasn't another Ghostface there, and the other one was already
yeah.
chasing Tatum. So I mean, there's clearly four. But Scream 3 did this too, because Angelina was allegedly the accomplice, and she got killed off before that could be revealed. So, and
Right.
that's in there if you really pay attention. Wes did that on purpose. So I do like that. That's part of the Scream franchise. That little bit of extra care is put
Yeah.
in there, unlike where we get to like I don't know. And I like Friday the 13th Part 7 because it's cool, but it's done by that point. I mean, we got a chick with telekinesis and Jason has superpowers. I mean, come on.
Come on.
Seven, we're not there. We're still doing commentaries that are going to age very, very well.
hmm
Watch Scream 7 age very, very well. All
One of the
right, so
best.
what was your favorite Scream killer reveal?
Am I biased
You can
for
be
seven?
biased. You can be
Am I
biased.
biased for seven?
Yeah, you could be biased.
Because they keep you guessing pretty good.
Yeah, it's different. I
They keep you
respect
guessing
that.
pretty good.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm torn between one, four, oh sorry, one, two, four, and seven. Because
See,
I
I
like
was
all
I
and
couldn't give
I
you the
like
same
Roman a lot too,
original.
though. Roman though, come on, he's
Oh,
great too. So it's like I can't pick a favorite myself.
it's hard. It's hard to do. The
No.
franchise is fantastic.
Yeah, there's always interesting killer reveals. Oh, Amber's reveal when she shoots Liv in the face. That was crazy too. That was out of nowhere. I was like,
Oh
whoa,
my
okay,
God.
we're
Yeah.
going there.
You just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. I mean, she was obviously one of the killers, but I mean, like just the way they did it, the scene, the buildup of the tension, and they really tried to pin it on Liv. And then it's like, no, no. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Oh my. That was cool too.
Wait a
Um,
minute.
this one's a bit of a trick question. What's your favorite Scream movie?
Listen, one set the tone for them
Yeah,
all.
that's same.
So
My
I
favorite movie
have to
ever.
go with number one, absolutely.
And I'm actually I didn't take the robe off at all during the interview,
No,
but
I think it's great.
I am wearing a nice you can't really see it because of the background, but a Scream One shirt. So yeah,
Yes,
goes
yes,
always ties back to the original. Haha.
absolutely. Hey, Scream One. Yeah,
Yep.
Scream One set the tone for sure. Definitely was the catalyst for all of this. So got to give props to Scream One.
We need a 30-year anniversary cut with the original scenes. It wouldn't make NC-17 now. Scream 7 was more gory than that. So,
Right.
and 6. Oh my God, head in the fridge. That was too much. I agree with you where they took it too far in the last one, especially.
Listen, even in seven, when he put his head on the bar
I
tab, I was
liked that
like,
though. That was cool.
okay,
It
this is
was
where we
cool.
going.
No,
All
I mean
right.
that was cool. That was like that was interesting. That was inventive. I liked that. That was whew. Well, the shooting off of the face too. That was I was surprised they went that far with that one too.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it now. It's over a month old. It's out on digital. I think we could spoil it.
It
I don't
is.
think
It
anyone
is.
cares. And you know what? As soon as Anna Camp was announced, I knew. As soon because I watched Hysteria. I had an interview with Aline
Oh, did
O'Neill
you?
on here from Hysteria. Yeah, and I already
Okay.
knew as soon as she got cast after that came out because it was the month that came out that she got cast. I was like, oh yeah, no way, she's not one of the, if not the main. She plays
Mm.
crazy too good, and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. That
And
is
how it
amazing.
ties back into 4 too with the Out of Darkness thing. It's great. I love it. Well, I got one more question for you, Katrina, and after that, if you just want to stick with me when I close it out,
Yeah.
my last question for you: do you have any final plugs, shout outs, and etc.?
Um, just shout out to every team that I've worked with, every coordinator, every rigger that has ever kept me safe. Those people, thankless jobs also, they come, they show up, hours on end, and keep us all safe. And shout out to all the people that are out there really chasing their dreams. It's cliche, but hang in there.
And we're
Keep
all in
keep
this
doing it.
together.
Yeah,
Like I
we're all in
said,
this together. You have people that will support you. You got to find your tribe.
yeah.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
No,
So,
and there's like I said before, there's more good circles than there are bad.
yeah,
Most of us are
absolutely.
just
There
trying to
really
make it.
is.
We're a team. We're all human beings just trying to get by. Artists, artists are
Yes.
known to be struggling and then they're not. Then they're successful. That's how it
Yeah.
works. So,
Yeah.
gotta help lift each other up, not tear each other down. But yeah,
Yeah.
do you have any specific names? I want to shout out Brian Neal, of course. I want to shout out Kevin
Yeah.
Williamson. I want to shout out Paramount Pictures, Scream 7, the whole franchise, damn it, Celeste O'Connor, Kyle Winters, and of course, Katrina Rivera. We love you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the love.
Of course.
This
And
interview was fun.
thank you all for watching the Dreaming Insomniacs. And I hope, the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.